Hello and welcome back. So it's Friday, the 20th of September. Um, yeah. So my annual leave week where I intended to do cleaning hasn't really worked out because it's been such lovely sunshine. It's kind of distracted me. So yeah, I have only achieved this sofa, which you can now see is covered in stuffers. They're all clean. They have all cleaned. I have done, I'm saying that I haven't done much cleaning, but I have done a lot of laundry and I am on top of a lot of laundry. Yesterday, in terms of reselling, I have done stain removal. So because it was sunny, I was just like, geez, take advantage of it. So I've done a lot of pit stain removal. And now I'm doing my sewing jobs. So this one has had pit stain removal. I'm very happy with that. I've just repaired the armpit on that because the armpit was split on the seam. Cath Kidston. This should be a 25, perhaps £30 shirt. So I'm happy to have saved that. What else have we got here? That's a pair of jeans they had a hole in. So I was going to do kitchen clean, and then I was like, oh, think about what you're doing here, because this is probably going to be the last day of decent light. So do your straggling items which are sat in there waiting to be sewn, sort them out and get them photographed today while there'll be good light. The kitchen clean can wait for a rainy day. And let's face it, I won't have to wait long for a rainy day. That's just been laundered. Right, so these are the two pit stain removal things which I've had. It's not perfect. So what I've done is the lemon juice, and then you grind the lemon juice in with a bit of salt and you leave it out in the direct sunlight. So I left it out for about 4 to 6 hours yesterday. Let's say 4 hours. So maybe not as long as I could have done, but the light was fading. I think that's pretty good. This is an All Saints one. I've done. This has been through with Vanish, and it's been through with other, stain removal methods, and it has not worked. But these are still a little bit damp. I just don't want to deal with it today. I do think that I've won the battle with that. Those are all stain removal things. Right, let me put back over here what I've done. Otherwise I'm going to get confused because I've got another 3 things here to sew, so that they're not sat around. I've got a very, very big box here of Lego which arrived yesterday. There was a very jammy get with that because I've bidded on a lot. I've bid on a lot of auctions in the last month or so and not won many of them. It's really quite competitive getting job lots of Lego now because the charities are on with it. They know how to split stuff out into castle pirates and all of that. So I can't believe how jammy I've got with this. I just bid on it on a whim. I thought I paid £40, and I have paid £40 with the postage, but I've looked at the auction and the highest bidder was me, obviously, 35 quid. They didn't really photograph it very well. They just put that it was a job lot of Lego. And then when I looked at it, it's got like pirate stuff in there that I need, and pirate boat stuff. I can't show you what but I'm so happy. So I'm like kind of chomping at the bit to get at that. But, let's face it, putting together Lego is a nice wintry type thing, and it sells for the winter months. Let's button this. Right, so this This one has been a real struggle. I think I've done the Vanish because I don't know. I know that Vanish doesn't work, and then I've seen other people like do well with it, and then I just thought, well, let's do it again, and it's absolutely useless. So I've done three washes on a standard wash with Vanish, and I think I did a Dr. Beckman session with it as well. It's got this little bow thing on it. Yeah. So this again is a Cath Kidston, and it was disgusting. I mean, you could visually see how bad it was. It's still there, but I'm so happy with the results. Yeah, you can see on that one that it's still there. Obviously, I'm going to declare that it's got pit stains, but I'm so glad that I thought, hang on a minute, I really gave my head a wobble and was like, stop doing cleaning jobs and make use of these last few days of summer. What's this? I've now noticed there's a big glob of paint on it. How is there a big glob of paint on it? I don't know what that is. Anyway, this one won't sell for much. This is like, yeah, it's all cat. It's another cat blouse, but this one is the £20 region. It's a really weird little mark on it here. I'm loath to put it in for another wash, but that's like, this is a really weird little thing. I'll have a look at that in a minute. It will come out. Yeah, so there's a few more little wash things here. I really hope that these little marks have come out. It's like some of the stuff is stuff that I'd shown and I'd put them on. And then I've got two jackets here. I still haven't done the arms in this jacket, so that's my next job. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with me, and that's why I'm just like, doing sewing when it's dark as well is not the best thing to do. So yeah, I've got this damage here to do, so I'm going to do that, and then I've got a very complex repair to do on this, which I've been putting off, but I need to bite the bullet and see if I can do it. So that is a proper little rip on the bottom here, so I'm going to need to come in on the pocket and try and pull this down and disguise this damage, because this is the Queen. And then, oh, I have put a little thing on that. That's like a really simple thing. That's just a thing at the top. Yeah, I know it's a linen dress, but I list and then I put it away because I don't want, like, people who have summer boxes, the idea of tripping over summer boxes. I don't like boxes of stock that's waiting to be listed. Just list it and put it on. I've got a high enough tier on my shop that it can go into a waiting pile. So, last thing I want to show you. I want to show you this because it's fantastic. So this has been in for a wash because, I mean, it's not supposed to go in the wash, but it had to because it had a mark on the back and it had marks on the pockets. It's so nice. So it is a coat. It's obviously best time of the year for it. Really nice coat with a really cool hoodie. That's a detachable fur trim. But this is The Little Prince. Obviously it's in French. The Little Prince. The back print on it. So there was marks on the print of this on the back, but you know, embroidered Le Petit Prince, and the quote says, "It is only the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye." So this, I can't find any comparables for this at all. I'm not sure if it's even like a brand that anybody knows, but I know the book. I was introduced to the book, as I'm sure a lot of people my age were, because it featured in Neighbours in like the very late 80s. I don't know why. Maybe it was Home and Away, but it was definitely in Neighbours, or one of the Aussie soaps featured the book The Little Prince. And then I got the book The Little Prince, and I think that's it sort of exploded then, and that's when it sort of like became a bit of a cult. Obviously I think it was originally like in the 70s, 60s or 70s. So that's the label, and then it's got another label down here, and like I say, I can't find any comparables for this. That's the licensing thing. There's a few like items of clothing for sale, but no coats. It feels like it might be like a Japanese brand, but I'm going to put it on for 100 because I just don't even know. I don't even know where to price it at. So the marks on the pockets are still sort of visible, but the marks on the back have come out, so I'm happy with that. And I'm not going to go in for another wash on that because that would be silly. But yeah, I really, really love this, and it's a really nice proper padded coat. It's good quality, so I can't see any reason why I couldn't get 100 for that, just because I would be the only person selling it. So I'm going to give that a go. Yeah, and I think I have a few more like little sundry things. I've got a scarf there, this scarf has been kicking around. This scarf has been whirling around in my storage box for a year. So the reason that it was is because the label had come off. So I've just sewn the label back on. Pashmina. Pashmina and silk. I don't think that that's any more than a £20 scarf, really, maybe even 10. But it's like the sundry little things like that which I'm going to do while it's decent weather, because if I do the kitchen clean today, I'm going to be absolutely regretting it next week when I'm trying to take photos and it's really dingy and it's raining. And at least I can sit here with the door open and finish these sewing jobs. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be back shortly with an update. Hello. Right, so it is now Tuesday. It is Tuesday. I feel like it's Wednesday because obviously I went back to work on Sunday. So it's like put me a day forward, because I feel like, well, I've just been on annual leave. I should be going back to work on a Monday, but I'm not. My working week starts on a Sunday. Apparently it's a retail thing, supposedly. Right, so I have some stuff to post. This is entirely better than the weekend. So there's 6 things there. I have some jigsaws which I've sold. So this is my intention. So I've job lotted these. So I've not. This isn't profit really. This is just for my own sanity, getting rid of that. So I've got that. There's a box. There's 3 in there. I literally I did the job lot based on the fact that I had a box which fitted it. So I've only got, I want to say £12. Yeah, it's nothing. It's me just clearing the decks, because obviously I do like doing jigsaws. And I mean, case, I've got another one there. I'm trying to get through my backlog. So I've got another Jan Van Hasteren one that I did there, which I've just finished. And then I have got, I mean, this one I have bought to resell. Resell? This is people, because my English, you listen to other people who have bad English and then it becomes you. Like tucken. I used the word tucken the other day, so now I feel like I should like commit harry-carry. Yeah, so apparently I mean, I'm sure I've seen these before. It just says collector's wooden jigsaw. I didn't realise that this was the older Wentworth ones. It does say Wentworth on the back. It's weirdly, it's like stickered with Wentworth on the back. And this has taken me, well, I only bought this yesterday, and I've just completed it. But it's one of them where you feel like it's incomplete all the way through it. And yeah, so I've just done that. I mean, I know why I'm showing you this because I haven't sold this yet. I haven't even listed it. Swerford, Oxfordshire. It actually got Chipping Norton on it. And then I've checked. I've checked on the actual map where Diddley Squat Farm is, and it's literally just off the map. So Chipping Norton is, it's got Swerford there, Bloxham up in that corner, and then Chipping Norton's there, and then what would be Jeremy Clarkson's farm, as in the farm shop. So there's probably a bit of his farmland on there, but it's just off. So, but yeah, I'm going to list that. It's going to be quite niche anyway, because it's only, I mean, why would that be in a Manchester charity shop? Right, anyway, so the things that I've sold today, last night, well, this I have sold today. This is Lulu Lemon. I've accepted £28. I have been very, very happy to accept offers. Hence why I've let those jigsaws there go for £12, because yeah, I could have got more, but I just, it's something that I want out of my storage. So I've taken that, and I mean, it's not that the clothes have their own place. The jigsaws are taking up valuable real estate, and they need to go. So 2 coats that I sold, and these have both gone for £25. And I was asking a lot more. I think I was asking for around the 40 region. But, you know, although we've just gone into coat season, there's some things which I just feel are going to stick around. And this is all profit. I've listed this as black. I know it is black, but it just looks so navy in every damn picture. But it obviously isn't navy because the label is navy. Anyway, that is Fred Perry? Yes, Fred Perry. Come on, pull yourself together, girl. And then, what is this? Berghaus jacket. Suddenly loads of interest last night. Somebody asked me a question. They asked me what the waterproof value of it was, and I sort of like, I just finished work and I was sort of looking at it and I was like, I don't even know how to answer this question. And then thankfully somebody else bought it, because, you know, I just think, well, it says it's waterproof. Why don't you go and look on the website? Because, yeah, look on the website. I sent an offer out anyway of like 25 quid. So it obviously went to 3 people because they took the offer. This is La Perla. This has gone again on offer, and that has sold for £20. So that's the label. It is like Bond Street and all of that. This has gone for 15. Snoopy t-shirt, but it's on the small side, so that's why it's gone for 15. I think it's just Pull and Bear. No, it's Uniqlo. Yeah, Uniqlo. And then these have sold for 22. These aren't in bad condition, but I have a ton of shoes. So the jigsaws are taking up room, which should be my shoe storage. Hence why it's annoying. I have a bunch of shoes which I need to clean and list. But I don't really have anywhere to put any of these shoes. I mean, I could just get them photographed and get them listed, and some of them might sell, because I've sold a few shoes in the last week. So these are Iron Fist. So yeah, you could possibly get 30, but it's more realistic, the 20 region. So that inside there, you can't see. I'm in the wrong lighting situation here. Yeah, so it looks like the Foo Fighters logo. You know, and it's got all the like skull detail on it. I mean, obviously, I would hope to sell these on the run up to Halloween. And these were already in a box. And I was like cursing myself because I was like, oh, I haven't got any boxes. Of course I've got boxes because I've got tons of eBay boxes, which I thought would be good for my Lego, but naturally they're just that little bit too small to fit in a base plate, and all the standard base plates, which are 32 stud, won't fit in it. So I've got a ton of boxes which are only good for shoes. Right, so the only thing that I'm doing today is listing. I was going to do cleaning. I mean, I have been I'm like being cruel on myself here because I have been disciplined this morning and I have got up and I've done a workout. I promise you. Part of the workout was trying to get the DVD out of the DVD player, because obviously we've got a new TV now. The DVD player ran off SCART. We had an old TV that had a SCART socket, so my DVD ran off that, and I don't know what's happened to the DVD. I mean, the bloody tray is still out. I'm twisting into my jigsaw. Yeah, my tray is still stuck out. I mean, thank God it opened. I just don't know what's wrong with it. Why won't it close? It's nothing to do. I've tried it on the thing, and I feel like this work is more likely to work. Anyway, I did get my DVD out eventually, so I've done one of these. I've done that one. No, I haven't. Are you going back in? No. So now I've got a DVD player sat there with the tray out, just to exasperate me even more. Yeah, it's that one that I've done. I've used the disc drive in the Xbox, because let's face it, every game that you have now doesn't run off a disc anyway, so it's a bit obsolete. So we might as well use it as a DVD player. So I have done the Surfer Girl cardio workout this morning. It's only half an hour. This is all I want to do. I am 12 stone at the moment and it's annoying. I feel like, I know the word is dumpy. I look dumpy because what am I? I'm like 5'2", or maybe no, that's too much. I'm 5'1", I think. And realistically, I should be sitting around the 10 stone mark for my frame. Probably even less. I think at my best, when I was like a size 10, I was 9 stone, possibly 8. Obviously that's going to change with age. I would rather be 10 stone. I know, I was talking to my work colleague yesterday and she was like, I don't know why you say you're fat. And I said, well, it's not that. It's the fact that most of my clothing is a size 12 and I've drifted into a size 14. So there I've bought like clothes that fit a size 14 and now I'm drifting into a size 16. So the concept of having to keep buying more clothes and it is annoying. So I'd rather drift back to size 12 and be able to fit in my old clothes. So that's the whole point. And because I look dumpy and it's all sort of sitting around this bit here and I just look dumpy and I don't like that. So I'm going to I also think that this might do me some good and I won't be like browned off all of the winter. So if I try and get into the habit of doing one of these at least 3 times a day, I've got these 3 here. This works for me. I have this sort of like dizziness issue and I have asthma, and that's why I don't want to join a gym, because fit people don't understand people who have health issues. You know, if you're going to be a personal trainer, I honestly do think that you should actually have some kind of training that can deal with people who aren't, you know, training for a competition. But that's why I don't want to go to the gym. I've been to one gym which worked out really well for me called Lady of Leisure, and that was like 20 years ago, and they were really good. But the gyms which I've joined, you know, in subsequent years, I was at Virgin Active for a fair time, and although I liked it, I ended up sitting a lot of the time in the swimming pool or on the sauna, and you would get hassled from like the personal trainers weren't very good, or then they would tell you that you were doing it all wrong, and it just used to do my head in. And I hate waiting for equipment or having people standing there waiting for equipment, and I don't like being criticised when I have to do things a certain way because of my health. I can't push myself like other people could because I have to consider that I have asthma, and they just can't account for it. I mean, maybe this is a business opportunity and I should just open asthmatics gym, asthmatics and vertigo gym, because I don't want to have an episode of vertigo on equipment and they don't know how to deal with it. So my thing is going to be working out at home. I promised you I've had my weights out. I have weights, so that's what I've been using. However, today I have to get through that pile of stuff. That is my only goal today. I've put away the stuff which I have listed, but it's so marginal, it's ridiculous. This stuff here is stuff which I bought yesterday. So as much as I want to photograph that today, that pile of stuff there's 50 odd items in that pile, and that has to get dealt with. So that's what I'm going to work on today. Obviously I've got to go to the post office. I probably need it, although I've stretched, I need to stretch out a bit more because, you know, obviously I've activated stuff which hasn't been activated for ages. You know, and I want to feel like this, but it's here. You know, I obviously want to feel like this because I've done a workout. I wanted to feel it more here, but I'm feeling it more on my arse. But my arse is a bit stupendous at the minute. But anyway, yeah, I know I'm not fat in terms of other things. It's just, who wants to keep moving bigger and bigger and having to buy more clothes? I mean, this isn't what I want. This is not what I want. And you see, the other thing is another reason why I don't want to go to the gym. I've done my workout this morning in my knickers because, number one, I can't find my shorts, and even if I do find those shorts, I probably won't fit in them. I did have a bra, but sports bras don't really fit my boobs. But anyway, that is that, and I need to do these parcels and crack on, because I know that's a lot for me to do today, but I want to push on with it. Because there's bits up there, you can't see it, but there's a mannequin and a pile of like bric-a-brac things there which need listing, and obviously I'd like to do that, so that's what I'm going to do, and I will be back and tell you if I've actually achieved any of this. Okay, we have reached Thursday. And I still have this pile. I am getting so hopeless at listing. I just, that what I did on Tuesday, I listed 20 items. 20 items seems to be about my limit. I don't know, I never seem to get into the flow, and I never seem to sort of like get on with anything. Yesterday I stuck to my guns and I cleaned my kitchen, and I spent the whole day yesterday cleaning my kitchen, hence why none of that got done yesterday, because I was just like, no, this has got to happen. My kitchen looks awful. We're all going to end up dying of dysentery, so nothing will matter, because we'll either be stuck on the toilet for the rest of our lives or dead. So that's what happened yesterday. I will be having a video coming up of me cleaning the kitchen, such that it is. I was so not motivated. My motivation levels are very low. But saying that, I've done another workout this morning, even though because I wiped myself out cleaning my kitchen, fell asleep in a funny position on the sofa and have cricked my neck. Just a wreck. Anyway, I'm at work. God, I've got to leave in an hour. But I have got one thing that I've sold on eBay, because obviously, well, I mean, I say that, but because I hadn't listed in a while, the 20 items that I listed are pretty much I definitely had 7 going live on Sunday, on Tuesday, and 7 going live yesterday, or maybe 5 going live. There's a few of them that are scheduled, which I randomly scheduled for the weekend. But the amount that I get done is never as much as I think that I could get done. But you see, the trouble is that I still compare my reselling progress to what I was when I was full-time reselling, because if it took me a while to sort of like get on with something, or if I spent a whole day photographizing taking photos, I'd know that I'd have the full day the next day. I'd know that I wouldn't like have like days where I've got to do other things, and like I say, the housework ends up like being put on the back burner, which is definitely what happened with the kitchen. It was gross. Anyway, the item I have sold is actually this helicopter. So if you did watch my, it is an interesting one, this, it's, you know. This is a helicopter which I've had twice before. And when I've put it together in this job lot of Lego that I had, that is said set, I then looked it up and people had sold it for £10. The maximum that it had sold for was £10, and I was just like, ugh. I know that I had one that was boxed with instructions and I'd sold it for 20, and then the other one as well, which I'd had, which didn't have instructions, I know that I'd sold it for at least 15. But I was looking at the sold prices, and it just looked like it was the prices had tanked, and there was no possible way of getting that amount of money. But then I was just like, no, well, if I've got it before and this is a rarity, I can get it again. It should be, I'm sure it's like 1987, no, 1985. So I put it on for 20, and it sold for 20, and I did send offers out with like quite, I think I did a chunky 20% off, and I've sold it for £20. So there you go. Stick to your guns if you know that something is worth the money. I mean, that offer that I sent out was probably to somebody who was not interested. I have had 4 offers this week from people. One of the things, so I got an offer yesterday for a Wentworth collector's wooden jigsaw, which was an Ordnance Survey map. And the only reason that I was looking at Ordnance Survey map jigsaws by Wentworth is because I had this one of my own to list. So because I briefly looked at the price that they got, and I went into the listing once to see how they'd listed it, to see if they'd showed whether it was complete, and to see if they'd photographed it with the whimsies out. eBay deemed that I was like completely and utterly interested, so put that on their offers to watches list. So I got an offer for watches. I've also had another 2 things, one for like a Bowden t-shirt and one for a Madewell thing, which I just looked at to see. It was just research to see what other people were able to get things for and what people were asking. Sometimes I click into the description because I like to see how other sellers present their items, but it now just feels like if you just marginally look at something once, you get an offer to watches. And then I got an offer. Now this one was really random, because this was actually the tractor, the Technics tractor that I've just had. I needed 2 cogs for it. I had like 1 missing or something, and I ordered that part, and I know that I ordered that part ages ago, and I know because I kept, they put in a little piece of paper which was about, because they had like a Lego shop near some railway place, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, and I kept that aside because I thought it was quite interesting that they had a shop where they were selling Lego, and I was like thinking, oh, I'll keep that aside because I might want to visit that. So I know it's the same person because I went into their thing. Now, I'd actually purchased from them the item, and that was donkey's years ago because I put it aside and I hadn't put it together. So it was at least six months ago. I purchased from them, and then they'd sent me an offer to watches. I must have just watched the item and left it in my watched items. So, you know, that wasn't like a fresh thing, but maybe it like presented it to them as a fresh offers to watches. Or maybe that just shows that somebody who has been making consistent sales on eBay as a business seller is also struggling. I don't know, but it's very weird. So I think I'd left things because I was working. There are so many birds on the balcony. It's like and it's not just like a flock of starlings. It's like about 6 blue tits flying around. Great tits. They're great tits. It's very distracting. Yeah. So on the Monday, because I'd been working, or no, I'd been working Monday as well, and on the Tuesday I looked in the evening at the amount of watches I had, and I had 90 odd. I had 90 odd offers to watches, and by that time I'd already had a number of offers to watches, you know, offers sent to me, and I was looking at them and I was like, I don't know if I want to send these offers out because they don't seem like they're realistic. Why have I got 90 of them to send in the space of 2 days, especially when I'd had a diabolical weekend of sales? And I was just like, how can I possibly have 90 offers to watches? And I think I ended up relenting and sending them out. So I'm really sorry if you're like one of the resellers who's just been looking at it. I will not take offence if you just decline it. But it's becoming annoying. I don't like having open offers on my page because it's a distraction when you go into it. But, oh, yeah. Anyway, I feel that I need to crack on and post this and get on. I need to edit my videos as well because I've got this kitchen video to edit and I've got this one to edit because my vlogs just go on too long. So that is going to be me for today, for this very long drawn out vlog, because I need to start treating things just as like a one day thing. But anyway, it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, I'm going to crack on with that. And tomorrow I will probably do a very mini haul video. So thank you for watching. I have my phone case in here because it's the only way I can get the tripod to work is by taking my phone case off. Oh God. Remember, you know, it's technology was good, and then it got too good, and then we're here now. Right, thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching again. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, did I say thanks for watching? Subscribe, like, pirouette in the middle of the room if you wish.